Welcome, everyone, to the 2016 Ethan Ainsworth graphic novel haul video, or not haul video, collection video. We're obviously going to start with the shelf to the left. Those are some of my novels. Those are some more of my novels and other sort of books. The bottom shelf is more education than anything. I also have a pile of books I'm reading over on my bedside shelf where my game consoles are. Over there we have the bulk of my DVD collection, Marvel Universe action figures, etc. So let's get started, shall we? Let's start with the leftmost portion. Move Ultron out of the way there. First, we have Spider-Man, Black and Blue. And this is a sort of reprint and a original story. Sort of like bound and made cheap for young readers as a sort of sample of Spider-Man. We also have X-Men First Class, which is one of my first ever trades, and I think is really good. Next we have my favorite book that I own, graphic novel, comic, or otherwise, and that is this delicious and huge Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus by my favorite creative team, Mark Bagley and Brian Michael Bendis. You have the nice deluxe edition of, or maybe it's a premiere edition, I can't recall, of Spider-Man Election Day. This is the one with Obama. This is the Brand New Day era of Spider-Man. Classic story, Demon in a Bottle. The first half is a little overrated. The second half is really good, though. Another book that's perhaps overrated, but is still quite enjoyable, Watchmen. And it's not that I don't understand it. I get all the undertones and it is brilliant in its way. But I don't think it's the perfect story that everybody hypes it up to be. Superman New Krypton, Volume 1. Good story. Geoff Johns. If I could say anything about the quality of the book, though, it would be that perhaps the paper stock used is a little subpar. Valiant Air Collection collects some early Valiant Comics stories, essential stuff from that. The Walking Dead, Volume 1. Brilliant stuff. The first volume, I think, is great. Walking Dead Volume 2, of course, by Robert Kirkman. I have Saga 1 through 3. I think this is very, very good stuff. Rat Queens Volume 1, which I haven't started yet. Deadman Volume 1. Bruce Wayne Fugitive Volume 1. Green Lantern No Fear by Geoff Johns. Blackest Night by Geoff Johns. And Green Lantern New Guardians Volumes 1 and 2. The New 52 Flash Volume 1 and 2. Showcase Teen Titans, which is all the classic stories. Geoff Johns' Teen Titans, which I absolutely adore and think you should definitely pick up and read. Showcase presents Supergirl, self-explanatory. Essential Moon Knight, Essential Ghost Rider, 2 volumes of Essential Doctor Strange, Captain America and Punisher, Blood and Glory, sort of an original graphic novel there. Ant-Man Scott Lang, it's a compilation of all your must-have essential Scott Lang bits and bobs. You have Second Chance Man by Nick Spencer, which I think is a great run. Infinity Gauntlet, which is one of my favorite Marvel Comics events. We have Road to Civil War and Civil War itself, and I know there's some controversy surrounding this story, but I quite like it. I'm fond of it. We have Fantastic Four Secret Invasion. We have 3 volumes of Ultimate Fantastic Four. Of course, starting with Volume 1 here. We have Girl Comics, just some little original mini tales about the females of Marvel. 2 volumes of Essential Daredevil. Daredevil being one of my favorite superheroes. I have a good chunk of his stuff. Daredevil Parts of a Whole, which is good. It introduces a character which is rather interesting. She's deaf, whereas Matt Murdock is blind. We have Daredevil Father, which I wasn't a super huge fan of because mostly the art, but I wasn't really a big fan of the story either, if I'm honest. Daredevil Redemption, which I'm yet to get to, and Ultimate Daredevil and Elektra, which I'm very fond of. I plan to get all of the Daredevil stuff in the 616 universe and otherwise. Spider-Man Blue, I am missing Hulk Blue, or Hulk Gray, and Daredevil Yellow, as well as Captain America White. But the next one I'm probably gonna get is Daredevil Yellow. To be frank, for a moment, little dancing baby Groot. We've got a Spider-Man Epic Collection, Great Power, which collects the first, I believe it's 18 or 19 issues of Amazing Spider-Man, along with the first annual and Amazing Fantasy number 15, the relevant bits. We have Volume 1, which I think this whole run is phenomenal, with the exception of the last story arc in the run, and a story arc that takes place in here, which is well written, but I'm not a fan of conceptually, called Sins Past. So this is the GMS run of, Amazing Spider-Man, which is one of the absolute must-read runs of Spider-Man, in my opinion. So it's the first 3 volumes. They all look really nice next to each other, I think, aside from the slight height differences. But they're good-looking volumes. So I have a little Doctor Strange Funko Pop, in the 4th volume, of course, of the GMS Spider-Man run. And again, it looks good with the newer prints of the post-Straczynski Spider-Man. Brand New Day Volume 1 and Kraven's First Hunt. I also have here Spider-Man / Deadpool Volume 1, Isn't It Romantic? From the All New All Different Marvel run of that whole shebang. I mean, it's the only run. But next we get to some Ultimate stuff. I don't put all my Ultimate stuff together, obviously, because Ultimate Daredevil's over there. This is just a coincidence. We have Ultimate Comics Spider-Man by Bendis, of course. Volume 1. We have Ultimates Volume 1. And we have Ultimate Cataclysm, which I actually got for free. Thank you to Sean, the owner of the no longer existing comic book shop, The Lair. I also have a volume of Essential Classic X-Men. And 7 volumes of the Grant Morrison New X-Men run. There is an 8th volume that I plan on getting, but I got all these in a set for really cheap, so I'm glad about that. What was I gonna say? Oh, I haven't read them yet, because I got them recently, and I haven't had the time to go through them all, because I've been reading a lot of novels and whatnot. But I've started on Volume 1. I have a little Lego Wolverine, a little Lego Magneto down there. I got some manga here. One Punch Man Volume 1 and 2. The first volume is decent, and the second volume is actually good. We have the movie adaptation, or I guess the manga adaptation of the Naruto film, and we have I Am a Hero, the omnibus, which collects the first 3 volumes of the manga series I Am a Hero, and I think it's decent, but I don't know, things don't really pick up till about halfway through. It's a very, very slow burn. But moving on, we just have some random bits and bobs here to fill the shelf space. Little Lego Spider-Gwen, Lego Hulk, Lego R2, Tim Burton 89 Batmobile, crazy red and yellow purple Batman, and Dark Knight Batman, some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, not all of them obviously, just my usable decks. Obsessed with Marvel, which is a book I actually won for being the nerdiest in a group of comic book fans. I was able to answer the most questions about the Marvel Universe. A little Sinestro Corps ring. This is actually a novel here. It's called Batman the Ultimate Evil. I haven't gotten to it yet. It's a recent purchase. I have Batman the Warriors, which I got for super cheap, and it collects a bunch of really old Batman stories. I think it's over 20 of them. And it's compiled by Roy Thomas, and there's sort of a little insight in commentary bits. I know Roy Thomas is perhaps a bit controversial. Peter David and Greenberger, the Spider-Man Vault, which I quite fancy. But, yeah, I tried to make it quick and concise this time around, because I know last time I had to cut it into 2 parts. Ask me, if you're interested in, or tell me rather if you're interested in me doing, like, novels and, physics books, and, like, sorry for the absolute mess that is my room at the moment. I gotta clean it. It's just been Christmas vacation, so I haven't bothered to clean anything. But if you want to see, like, my single issues or whatever, don't hesitate to ask. I will at some point do that. But yeah, this has been another video by Ethan Ainsworth, and I will see you guys later. I'm sorry if I'm perhaps a little stale. I'm a little tired, I'll be honest. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't sleep well last night. So I'll see you soon.